What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome back to another episode of Player Reigns, where Chelsea have just beaten Tottenham 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. The record at the bridge is still going on. You man have just had one win in 28 years. Don't get happy. I'm with Cameron. Let's go straight on to Player Reigns. Let's start with our second choice goalkeeper, Willy Caballero.
You know what, yeah? I was a bit off about him starting today because he isn't our number one. And it did seem like we was kind of starting him out of pity. But you can see that the game meant a lot to him when we won. It did mean a lot to him, and when he was challenged, he performed. He was making saves left, right, and centre. So
passing out the back as well.
Yeah, his passing was good. His kick straight down the middle of the pitch, Higuain winning the headers. I'm going to give Caballero a 7 today. I was very happy with his performance, and he's a great number 2.
All right back, Azpilicueta now. Felt like they really tried to go him down that right-hand side, but I think all the criticism that he had on Sunday really got to him. He was the first one going in for challenges. Anytime there was beef going on between the players, he was the first one in there. You could see Sunday meant a lot to him.
I realised in the first half that there was a couple of times where he wasn't making an overlap on the right-hand side. And when he came out in the second half, he was doing a lot more. You can see he was doing a lot more, and that he's actually listening to the manager. He's listening to the instructions being given. So I was a bit frustrated at half-time, but I'm very happy with the tackles he was sticking in, and he looked like a captain today. Yeah, he's not letting Kane push man about, he's not letting Rose push man about, whoever. He's not having it, and that's what I want to see from our captain. Because let's be real, that's the Chelsea way. That's what our captains do, man. You got to fight for the badge, you got to defend the players on the pitch. So I'm going to give David 7 today.
All right, let's go to David Luiz. Kept Harry Kane in his pocket today. Mad amount of blocks as well.
But David Luiz wasn't taking shit today. This was another David Luiz big performance. I mean, he shot out Kane quite well, even rustled him a little bit as well, fam. Kane losing his head on that dickhead. Anyway, I'm gonna give Luiz an 8 today. His pass out the back was also great as well. Listen, that's what he does, innit? That's what he does. He performs in the big games, gets an 8 from me.
Right, moving on to Antonio Rudiger now. Another one of those players, first one in for them challenges. And you could see from the first minute, it's him in big games. He loves big games.
Yeah, Rudiger as well, fam. Rudiger loves the beef, bruv. He loves the beef, bruv. I hear Jordan laughing as well, fam. Rudiger loves the beef, bruv. Like, you know what? I even saw, like, listen, his passing was decent today. His passing was great today. I'm not going to say I don't think he was as good as Luiz, in my opinion. I don't think he was as good. So I'm going to give him a 7. But it was still a great performance nonetheless.
All right, moving on to Marcos Alonso now. A lot of criticism for him. And I think the left side was a little bit exposed, I'm not going to lie. But it wasn't the worst performance from him today.
Yeah, I'm going to be real. I think this was one of his best performances of the season, personally, because you know what? Yes, we know that Alonso isn't the best left back. He's not the best, and teams do try to exploit him. But that wasn't as big as an issue today. I mean, fuck it, he didn't score a goal to grab everyone's attention. He just put in a good shift, and that's what I want to see from Alonso. Because I thought at times he's played shit games, but he's bagged the goal and everyone forgets about it. So I'm glad to see Alonso getting that rest and then coming in and playing solid. So I'm going to give him a 7. Sorry, I'm going to give him a 7.
7. All right, moving on to Jorginho now. For passes, a little bit sloppy from him today, but defensively, the way he was pressing, man. The way he was pressing, the interceptions, the tackles, he was always in.
Like, I feel like in the last 25 minutes of the first half, the pressing wasn't as intense as it should have been. It was as intense. Yeah, word. Yeah, bad store. Yeah, fuck you, fam. Alright, say no more.
Say all that and walk off, innit?
Anyways, though, Jorginho, the thing with Jorginho is, his first time passes, they're very good. I like his first time passes. But there's positions where he just needs to calm down and pass and actually make a more logical pass. Because sometimes he's trying to do the quick pass too quick, and it ends up going back to the opposition. So I thought he had a great game. He did dictate quite well in the midfield, pressing very well. I was very happy with him. But I still need to see, how can I say, less frustrating passes. Let's give him the ball back to the opposition after we've just gotten it. So I'm going to give him a 7.
All right, let's move on to the guy who's apparently meant to be a DM, N'Golo Kante. After that performance against Man City as well, the guy, especially in the second half, he was the only guy pushing the ball forward. We kept relying on him, and it just kept being players time after time after time after time. And he keeps proving you lot wrong every single game too.
I swear to God, this guy's everywhere, you know. Like, he might run past in the second time, you never know. Because, boy, that man's everywhere. Exactly. Like, defensively, he's sticking in tackles and he's not taking shit from anyone. I feel like I'm seeing a little bit more aggression in Kante's play, where players think, oh, like he's a little bit humble. Oh, so let's try like push him about a little bit. No, like Kante won't take your shit, fam. He will not take your shit. He'll get the ball, win the ball back, make the pass, and then run forward, fam. I'm seeing times where he's running down the wing. Kante's running down the wing, making runs in behind. I'm like, bruv, this guy is probably right now is looking like the best attacking midfielder in the midfield, and he's a more defensive minded midfielder. Like you can't keep him back. You have to let him roam and do what he does because honestly, he's one of the best in the world in his position, his position, not DM. So please, people, understand that. Kante, you know what? I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9 because I'm going to give someone else a 10.
No, it's calm. I'm never against giving Kante a high rating. Let's move on to Mateo Kovacic. Again, I didn't think he was great in the final third, but on the ball and defensively, brilliant.
Yeah, that's why I was very happy with Kovacic today because he likes to stick in the tackle and his dribbling was really, really good today. There was a few times where I thought he would lose the ball and he somehow found his way out of it. So it was nothing extravagant, still a bit problematic in the final third. Hopefully see a bit better shooting, I want to see that final pass a bit more. Yeah. I want to see that final pass, but it was an above average performance, so he gets a 7 from me.
All right, let's go on to the first goal scorer, Pedro. Now, first half, thought he was a little bit iffy. Second half, though, completely turned it around. He got the first goal. And you know we're talking about players now, they're always the first ones in there riling up the Spurs players. He was the one doing it, especially in the last couple minutes, because you know them and their weak mentalities. You can easily get into their heads.
Look at the trophy coming up for that one, fam. If you want to look for weak mentalities. But going on to Pedro, the first half, I didn't think he was that amazing. I did not think he was that amazing, but in the second half, he came out with a different level of drive. I mean, defensively, again, like against City on Sunday, bro. He's tracking back. He's helping out with the defence. And it was a good goal by him as well. That's what we need to see. Because you know what? It wasn't your ideal goal. It wasn't an amazing goal. But, what the fuck? You're in the wrong ends, cuz.
What the fuck is that?
You're in the wrong ends, cuz. No.
Dirty shirts.
Bamyang as well, fam.
Of all the days,
I swear that's spelt wrong too. Oh, no, wait, I'm missing that.
Anyways, going on to it though, Pedro, fam, second half, he came out looking different. I mean, yes, great goal by him, and he forced the goal. That's what you need to see sometimes. Sometimes you just need to force that ball in the back of the net. And as Thierry Henry said, that's what I had to go back to. He's one of the hardest working players I've ever seen, fam. We saw that today, bruv. How's my man making the last ditch tackle? They driven him through like 5 man, bruv, and starting the attack. Are you mad? How the fuck did he do that? Like, genuinely, like, that is one of Pedro's best performances in the Chelsea shirt, in my opinion. That second half specifically, maybe not the first, but the second one. And you got the goal. I got to give him a 10. Honestly, I'm going to give him a 10 because that second half impressed me so much.
Cool. Let's go on to Eden Hazard now. He had that little bit of a spark about him, but he was a bit fatigued. You see, that's why he got subbed off.
Yeah, it was a mix of fatigue and probably Tottenham. You know what teams do. They like to press that left hand side a bit more to stop him from creating. So Hazard, nothing amazing from him today, but boy, he worked. He done what he could. I feel like defensively he didn't try back as much as he probably should have for the system. I feel like Willian done that a bit more when he came on. However, all I blame is fatigue, to be honest. I blame fatigue. I'm going to give Hazard a 7 because when he was on the pitch, he was still starting attacks, did lose the ball here and there, but you could see that he was still the centre point of our attack, and you could see that we needed to play off him. So he gets a 7 from me.
All right, let's go on to the last player, Higuain. Now, I don't think he had a bad performance today, but I really think he could have got a goal today. One of those goals in the first half, I think he should have been putting on. He should have been putting in.
The one for the post was a bit weird, fam, because I know I said he got unlucky, and a lot of people said he got unlucky, but I feel like he could have hit that a tiny bit better, fam. I'm not gonna lie, I think he could have hit it a tiny bit better. I mean, the surface was not there for him today. I will give him that. The surface wasn't there. I think there was the part in the second half where Pedro played the ball over, and he's like, bruv, why didn't you put that there? Because you know he would have licked that first time on the volley. Because that's what Higuain gets to do. Because let's be real, Higuain has got pace. He's not an amazing dribbler. He's got decent link up, but he just wants to lick shots. He wants to lick shots, bruv. Because he's got power in that right foot. He's got mad power in that right foot, and that's what we need to see from him a bit more. We need to help that bring that out. We need to help bring that out a bit because we haven't really been doing that since he's arrived. So I have to give him a 6. I do have to give him a 6 in my opinion, but I don't feel I can give him a 7. He wasn't above average today.
All right, let's roll through the subs quickly. Let's start off with Willian.
I'm gonna give Willian. I'm stuck between a 6 and a 7, but I think I'm gonna settle for a 6 because he came on. It was pretty clear that I think he did follow the manager's instructions, and there was a few moments in the second half, where the keeper had the ball maybe, or the centre back had the ball, and he's running, he's trying to press them, and then he's looking at Pedro and he's like, bruv, why aren't you pressing? That's what I like to see, because it shows. I was a bit pissed off with him for like busting joke with Guardiola and that. I was questioning his mentality, but it seems like he wanted to get that ball back and he wanted to follow the instructions that he was given to press. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to press from the front. And although he didn't do nothing extravagant, he didn't need to. All he had to do was see out the win for us, and that's exactly what he did. So he gets a 6 from me.
All right, let's go to Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
I thought his impact off the bench, you could see that you can see why a lot of people want him to start. You can see why a lot of people want him to start, because you know what? When he gets that ball, he can dribble past the man. His link up is great, and he's more direct. He is more direct, and I think that's what we need in that position. I think he was a little bit fatigued, so that's probably why he didn't start today, personally, and because Kovacic didn't play before. But he makes those runs in behind, and that's what we need to see from that position a lot more. So I am going to give him a 7, because I was quite impressed, and I think a lot of the fans were quite impressed as well.
All right, let's go to the last substitution. Olivier Giroud got the assist for that decisive second goal. Kieran Trippier, what do you think of him?
I'm going to give Giroud a 6, but I think he should have come in a little bit earlier. I think that's why I'm giving him a 6. I feel like if he was on for a little bit longer, I could have given him a 7. Because when the Caballero was hitting them balls upwards, Giroud's in the air and he's there to get it. He looked decent when he came on, done what he needed to do here and there. Like, I was happy with him. Nothing extravagant once again, but he gets a 6 from me. He gets a 6.
All right, let's go to Maurizio Sarri now. Now, a lot of people question the lineup, myself included. But let's be real, the 120 minutes played on Sunday might have contributed a bit to that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to give Maurizio Sarri a 7. I'm going to give him a 7 because in the first half, we did seem to die off after 20 minutes. And you never know against the top European sides, because Tottenham are good, but they ain't that great. Yep. They're not the Barcelonas, they're not the Man Cities of this world. They're not. But we can't afford to drop off for long periods of time like that. The team looked like they were lacking intensity in their pressing at the end of the first half. So I think that is a problem. But lineup he got right, substitutions he got right, and the team got the win. So that's the most important thing. He gets a 7 from me. All
right, and the last rating, let's talk about the Chelsea fans. Now, I think it was as good as the second leg.
Maybe. I was in the East Upper, innit, so you know. I don't get to feel it as much, you know what I mean? But I thought the fans were great today. Yeah. I did think the fans were great today. My biggest worry was that I was going to hear Kepa boos before the game, hearing that he was on the bench. I didn't want to hear that. That's the last thing I want to hear, because I would have came out pissed, bro. I would have came and given them a 1 for that. I'm not going to lie. But they were behind the team, giving Tottenham all the shit.
Well.
Yeah. I didn't really hear no shit for Jorginho. I heard a couple of men trying to say, oh, yeah, pass back to the keeper, but like, bruv, like, watch the game, innit? He's done well. Like,
could be worse. Could be Trippier.
I'm gonna give the fans an 8 today. I'm gonna give the fans 8 today, because it seemed like in the second half we died off a bit, but I think the fans, we dragged them through. We did drag them through.
All right, well, this has been your player ratings for Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to 100% Chelsea. Your social media links will be down in the description below. Don't forget to check out Cameron's channel,
Cam's UTC.
Don't forget to check out Carefree Lewis Hughes as well, and we'll see you for the West London derby on Sunday.